Welcome to another episode of the Miami Comedy Podcast. I'm Manny Garavito, your host, and today we're going to be talking about Miami being featured in Grand Theft Auto 6. I know this is the second time it comes back to Miami, right? We had Grand Theft Auto Vice City in the 80s for PlayStation 2, but the new graphics are going to be coming out for the new Grand Theft Auto, and it's going to be depicting Miami as the main city. I won't be surprised while I'm playing the game, I'm going to be doing some crazy stunt or committing some crazy crime and be like, I've seen this in the news somewhere. If you guys want to play Grand Theft Auto early, turn on the local news and hold on to a PlayStation controller while you're watching it. There's going to be some instances in the game that is going to remind you of that one morning you woke up and turned on the local news here in Miami. The new one is going to be based on modern Miami, which makes you think, what are they going to get right and what are they going to get wrong? Crime, they're going to get that right. Racing in the streets, 100%. The main character not being Latino, they got that wrong already. You blew it! Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the leak was wrong. Maybe they revamped the whole thing, but based on the leaks for Grand Theft Auto, they've got the protagonists incorrect. It's like a Bonnie and Clyde game. You know damn well relationships in Miami aren't like that. Two people aren't going to have each other's back unless it's a love story full of toxic behavior. Maybe your loved one turns its back on you. Maybe your girlfriend or boyfriend snitches on you in the game. That seems ideal. That's a good plot twist that is accurate to Miami. A toxic Bonnie and Clyde committing crime in Miami. And then in the end, they just both snitch on each other. I hope they do Little Havana justice too. Hialeah and Little Havana is like the foundation where Miami culture is derived from. That is the motherland. That is where the Cubans are procreating to have their influence in the city of Miami. So make sure you guys have Hialeah correct. Make sure you guys have Little Havana correct, because those two are the most important ones. Main character should be a dirty politician. Perfect. Another main NPC should be like a corrupt mayor of Miami, where he is resentful that he wasn't able to get into the Republican National Convention. And now he's spiteful. And he hires you to start promoting Miami coin and then just pull one big Ponzi scheme on the city. He siphons up all the toll money. He gets all the political money and starts some underground Everglades drug transportation or something. How awesome would it have been if this podcast would be on the radio while you're playing Grand Theft Auto? Can you imagine me as a Grand Theft Auto character? I'd get killed for sure. Yeah, we need to shut some guy up doing a podcast in his garage. It'd be like the first mission. My hit would be like the training, the mechanics of the game. Now aim your gun. A development company looking to push locals out to build a Walmart. You guys are hilarious. Another thing that the Grand Theft Auto 6 radio should have is all those 401 pain jingles, like its own rendition, or maybe at least a wink to how insurance fraud is part of the get-rich-quick scheme in Miami. That's our culture. We all strive to be that kind of scam artist where we can fake an injury, get a big check, and then everyone is just hush about it. That's cool. We need corrupt lawyers. We need corrupt policemen, okay? We need a corrupt mayor. How the hell did you make $1 million off a speeding ticket? I know people. There's a part of me that actually believes that having Grand Theft Auto in modern day Miami is not a good thing. Not necessarily because I don't want to play a virtual reality Miami and commit any kind of crime I want to, but I think you're also going to give people ideas. If you make a video game making Miami look extravagant, you're going to give more people ideas of moving here. And if you do that, you're just going to make it worse for us. People are going to look at that game and be like, Miami's really like that? During spring break in Miami Beach, yeah, kinda. It's gonna be weird if you're playing Grand Theft Auto and you're doing all that crazy stuff and then you go outside and you actually see some of that stuff happening. It's, oh yeah, I played this level. Real life Miami is on hard mode in comparison. You know what the real hard part is in Miami? How do you live in it? Because I know in Grand Theft Auto, you have like $100 million in cash. That's not realistic. Everybody in Grand Theft Auto needs to be armed. Because I know for a fact here in Miami, living the way we live, especially in the state of Florida, everybody is strapped. I assume everybody is strapped. You rob a convenience store, you get shot at. You take somebody's car, you get shot at. Miami in Grand Theft Auto should be on hard mode. I want the reviews to say this is by far the hardest Grand Theft Auto that's ever been made because everyone has a gun. I can't even sell drugs in this game because everyone already has some in their pocket.
No thanks, already got one.
I don't even want racing in Grand Theft Auto 6 to be something that you have to like subscribe to. It's got to happen at random. Let's say if you're on your way to some area in Miami, as you're on the expressway, Let's say you're driving like a Ferrari. Immediately, a Honda Civic pulls up next to you and starts revving its engine because it wants to race you. I want to see Honda Civics and Toyotas trying to race your sports car. I want Nissan Altimas in the racetrack. We want everyday civilian cars racing because you know the people of Miami are proud to race 30K cars. And when you drive a Ferrari for way too long, it catches on fire for no reason. That's the Miami way. If you spend $300,000 in Grand Theft Auto money to buy a Ferrari, it's a temporary purchase. That car was spontaneously combust in the middle of a mission. That's how you make it realistic. I think this is one of the games, I think based on headlines, this is one of the games that costed billions of dollars to make. They say that you're gonna be able to make money off of the game, like some sort of exchange, which is already a basis for some sort of scam, which is very Miami, by the way. You can make money, making money in a video game about Miami?
Shut up and take my money.
If you guys want to make money on Grand Theft Auto 6, you got to buy Miami coin. That's what Suarez should have done. Francis Suarez, if you really wanted Miami coin to take off, you should have waited until GTA 6 came out. You reach out to Rockstar, you strike a deal with them, and then you say that Miami coin can be used as the currency in the game because it's worthless regardless, but at least you get to promote it better. At least there's some utility. Miami coin came out too early. It should have been in the game. It better if I'm going to be spending $100 for it. Yeah, so another thing about Grand Theft Auto based on headlines is that it's not going to be based on the average prices of games, which is around $60 to $70 on a new release. So only wealthy people can purchase the game, which is also a very Miami thing. Grand Theft Auto 6 should have a DLC where Jeff Bezos has side missions for you. Grand Theft Auto DLC, Jeff Bezos edition. Yeah, I'm excited. I really think that Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna make Miami look good. Not in the sense of it being like a non-corrupt city, but makes us look good. Like it puts us on the map post-pandemic, which is exciting because people are gonna be reminded that Miami is such a unique and vibrant city, especially after all the things that have happened in the past few years. And I've said this before in the podcast multiple times. In the 80s, Miami got like one big spotlight. Scarface, the music, the drug culture, the crime. It was big at that moment, but then it went under the radar a little bit for a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades. And then now that we had this big population boom after the pandemic, it's just gonna be amazing the way a game will bring us back into that spotlight. But then how will Miami change after everyone gets reminded how awesome we are? Would it be good to be on the spotlight again? Or is it gonna fuck us up? That's what I'm worried about. Grand Theft Auto 6 will make Miami great again. But is that good or bad? Will crime rates go up? Will more scams and financial troubles come to Miami after Grand Theft Auto 6? Will more people move here? Those are the questions. That is it for today's episode, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the podcast. And I'll see you on the next episode.